China's remarkable ascent from a struggling nation to a global powerhouse is truly remarkable. Today, nearly everything around us, from the devices we use daily to everyday essentials, bears the mark of Chinese production. How did a country once synonymous with poverty and stagnation surpass the United States in such a short span of time? This video explores China's journey from obscurity to global prominence. Just 2 decades ago, if you asked about the world's dominant superpower, the answer would invariably be the United States. However, recent decades have seen a seismic shift in global power dynamics. In 1978, under Deng Xiaoping's leadership, China embarked on a path of economic modernization, departing from the rigid Maoist doctrines that had stifled growth and left many in poverty. Deng Xiaoping recognized the constraints of a centrally planned economy and introduced sweeping, market-oriented reforms that fundamentally reshaped China. A pivotal reform was the dismantling of collective farming, allowing farmers to lease land and make independent decisions about crops. This move not only boosted agricultural productivity, but also lifted rural incomes significantly. These changes laid the groundwork for rural industrialization, with township and village enterprises becoming vital engines of economic growth throughout the 1980s and 1990s. Deng Xiaoping's decentralization of economic decision-making further empowered local governments and enterprises, fostering a flexible economic environment where diverse models could thrive according to local needs. Today, China stands as a testament to what strategic reforms and visionary leadership can achieve. Its rapid transformation serves as a case study in economic development, demonstrating how a nation can leverage its strengths and adaptability to become a global economic powerhouse. Additionally, Deng Xiaoping's reforms included liberalizing China to foreign investment and establishing special economic zones, SEZs, along the coast. These zones provided tax incentives and relaxed regulations to attract international businesses, effectively integrating China into the global economy and injecting crucial capital and technology. Deng's pragmatic approach, encapsulated in his famous maxim, "It doesn't matter whether a cat is black or white, as long as it catches mice," aimed to blend socialist governance with capitalist economic practices. This philosophy fostered a mixed economy where market dynamics could flourish within a socialist framework, resulting in rapid economic growth and significant improvements in living standards. Deng Xiaoping's economic reforms not only revitalized China's economy, but also laid the foundation for its emergence as a global economic powerhouse. Despite subsequent challenges and a slowing pace of reforms under later leadership, Deng Xiaoping's legacy of reform and opening up remains pivotal to China's economic strategy. The transformation of Shenzhen from a small fishing village into a bustling metropolis epitomizes China's economic achievement. In 1980, the Chinese government designated Shenzhen as the first special economic zone, SEZ, a bold initiative aimed at attracting foreign investment and implementing market-oriented reforms in a controlled environment. This designation marked the beginning of Shenzhen's rapid development and integration into the global economy. The establishment of Shenzhen as an SEZ created an attractive business environment with incentives such as tax exemptions, streamlined regulations, and improved infrastructure, which lured substantial foreign investments. As a result, multinational corporations and local enterprises flocked to the region, setting up manufacturing facilities and export-driven businesses. Consequently, Shenzhen's population exploded from a few thousand to over 10 million within a few decades. The demographic surge was fueled by a wave of migrant workers from various regions of China, attracted by opportunities in Shenzhen's rapidly expanding industrial and technological sectors. Infrastructure development played a critical role in transforming the city, with significant investments in transportation, utilities, and public services shaping its modern urban landscape. Concurrently, Shenzhen emerged as a center for technological innovation, particularly in electronics and telecommunications, nurturing global leaders like Huawei and Tencent from its entrepreneurial soil. The success of special economic zones, SEZs, such as Shenzhen, catalyzed similar initiatives nationwide, sparking rapid economic growth across China. These zones, known for their favorable policies and incentives, became hotbeds of economic activity and innovation. China's GDP surged at an unprecedented average annual rate of around 10% for several decades, lifting hundreds of millions of people out of poverty and fundamentally reshaping the country's social and economic fabric. Urbanization and industrialization accelerated as rural residents migrated to cities in pursuit of better opportunities, driving the expansion of new industries and services. These sweeping economic reforms also led to significant increases in average incomes across urban households from the late 1970s through the early 21st century, reflecting broader economic prosperity. The rise in purchasing power facilitated the growth of a burgeoning middle class, pivotal in driving domestic consumption and ensuring economic stability. These reforms propelled China to become the world's second-largest economy, accompanied by substantial improvements in living standards. Access to education, healthcare, and public services markedly improved, contributing to an overall better quality of life for many Chinese citizens. The creation of millions of jobs across manufacturing, services, and technology sectors played a crucial role in sustaining economic growth and fostering social development. Globalization was instrumental in China's economic transformation and significantly contributed to the rise of middle classes across Asia. By becoming deeply integrated into the global market, China established itself as a manufacturing powerhouse, producing a wide array of goods for international markets. This integration was facilitated by China's accession to the World Trade Organization, WTO, in 2001, which expanded opportunities for trade and investment. Globalization brought manifold benefits to China. Firstly, it ignited substantial economic growth, with China's GDP expanding at an unprecedented rate over several decades. This growth translated into higher incomes and improved job prospects for millions. The surge in manufacturing and exports created numerous employment opportunities not only in factories but also in related sectors such as logistics, retail, and services. Consequently, a burgeoning middle class emerged, marking a significant socioeconomic transformation in China. This new middle class enjoyed notable improvements in living standards, including better housing, education, and healthcare access. The rise in disposable income bolstered domestic consumption, further driving economic expansion and advancement. The positive effects of globalization extended beyond China's borders. Other Asian nations also benefited from increased trade and investment. Countries like India, Vietnam, and Thailand experienced similar trajectories of economic growth and the expansion of their middle classes. Leveraging their advantages in labor and production costs, these nations attracted foreign direct investment and integrated deeply into global supply chains. While globalization has brought significant prosperity to many in Asia, its impact on the Western middle class has been more complex and, in some cases, detrimental. One of the primary outcomes has been the outsourcing of manufacturing jobs from Western countries to regions with lower labor costs, such as China. This shift has resulted in substantial job losses in traditional industrial sectors across the West, particularly in regions heavily dependent on manufacturing. As production moved overseas, many workers faced unemployment or were forced to accept lower-paying service sector jobs. This transition often failed to match the wages and benefits provided by their previous manufacturing roles, contributing to economic stagnation among middle-class households. The disparity in income growth between the Asian and Western middle classes highlights the uneven outcomes of globalization. While countries like China have experienced rapid economic expansion and the emergence of a growing middle class, many Western nations have witnessed increasing economic inequality and a shrinking middle class. The benefits of cheaper goods produced overseas have often been overshadowed by the economic hardships faced by displaced Western workers. Moreover, the economic adjustments in the West have sparked social and political challenges. Dissatisfaction stemming from job losses and stagnant wages has fueled the rise of populism and exacerbated political polarization in various Western countries. These trends underscore the intricate and multifaceted effects of globalization, demonstrating that while it can stimulate economic growth and progress, it also has the potential to deepen disparities and cause economic dislocation. What are your thoughts on China's rise to power? Feel free to share your perspectives in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the latest global developments and fascinating histories. Explore endless possibilities for an exciting future. Thank you for watching.